YouTube. How y'all doing? Well, folks, this is a nice picture for y'all. You know, I can't explain it no better to y'all than this. But just imagine. I want you to think about it and just imagine what that hole represents. And do you see the people? Look, we slowed it down so you can see. What are they doing? They're all just blindly walking in the hall. Walking into the hole. Ain't that just grand? You know, there's some photographs out there of a few different people. And they all talk about there ain't this and there ain't that and there ain't no boogeyman and eyes open, no fear. You know, eyes open, no fear. Okay. There was a comment to one of those today too. What was the comment? Stealing oxygen. Stealing oxygen. An oxygen thief. That's what it was. An oxygen thief. Well, let's see. That's two comments. Eyes open, no fear. Oxygen thief. Let's see. Don't we have CO2 climate control and climate taxes that this country is having to pay for? I think so. And are we trying to say that this country or this world has got too much CO2 in it? Think so. Now, everybody's been hollering about climate control. Well, let's back up. Let's go to the beginning. Started out as global warming, right? Yes, it did. Now it's climate change. Who repeats that over and over again? Oh, nobody we know. No, of course not. We don't know them. You know, I don't understand why certain people don't understand that there is forces out there, plenty of them, that like to repeat themselves over and over again. And you know, if they repeat the lie enough, which we've all learned on YouTube, if you repeat the lie enough, it becomes true. Because that's all the people can remember is the lie. Why is that? Because of this hole. That's right. You've been trained to fall in that hole. That's right. You're all falling in that hole. Again. You fell in it with, let's see, patriotic space. Then Nibiru magic, no offense. And then you fell into it with Robert. And now here we go with SO. Let me also add into this. And don't forget this. I'm tired of reminding y'all. All of those guys are friends. And logistically, it looks as if this same thing is happening all over again. Just this. Started out on their channel being thumbs up, ready to go, and they were fighting the battle right. Then it wasn't going quite the way they wanted, so they changed up the way they were doing it. And they got outed. They got slammed for it several times. Bunches of them. For the same things over and over again. Some of them quit. or made you think they quit, but they really didn't. Several times. A lot of them have done that. They've changed channels to get rid of the bad heat. That's all good and fine. But why? You know, there's nothing to hide, people. There's nothing to hide. You can't hide nothing. You can't hide who you are, no matter who you are. If you start a business, it's public record. Public record. Understand what I'm telling you. It is public record. And the reason why is because you belong to the corporation. And the corporation wants to know who to come after. All these people are coming after the hole. That's the corporate hole. That's where you're going, into the corporate hole. But no, y'all don't want to listen. Y'all think that going after the people that are pushing the button is the people to go after. Well, I've been preaching that for 3.5 years, who to go after. Nobody wants to listen to that, including the corporate lawyer. And you know what's very, very disturbing to me is everybody else that makes their comments are crucifying one man and me, which I don't care. I could give a shit less. Don't bother me. I done lived my life, pretty much, and I ain't scared of shit. Not really. I mean, what's the worst can happen? See my point? But for you young people, y'all have a lot to live for. And you know, I don't understand why someone that is so young, wise for his age in some ways, but is not fully there, that could have so many people blinded with blinders on and not know really the truth. Is he the man that's going to mash the red button because you don't believe in global warming, global climate change, whatever you want to call it, and let your body blow up, like in that little video clip that's been out there for a long time now, for what, 2-3 years? It went viral. English video, English speaking people. Really? I mean, there's your black hole, folks. There's your corporate hole that you're following. It's not nothing else. You know how to get away from that hole? Is to wake up. You know how you wake up? I'm going to tell you one more time. The Act 1871 is your black hole. It really is. Yeah, and then some of you is going to tell me that our republic is socialism and communism and socialism. Really? I don't think so, moron. We are a people that's had a free country for a few hundred years. Now, for the last 142 years, we've been corrupt, and the corporate entity is at its best right now. It is controlling you at its full capacity to screw with your brain. And it's doing quite well because all of you are running for that hole. And you're screaming to the top of your lungs, democracy. All because of this so-called, supposedly, somebody outing somebody. No, nobody outed anybody. He outed himself. He told everybody who he was. Which in a roundabout way, that's the reason why I did it a long time ago. Just so everybody knows. It wasn't that I didn't do it for a long time because I ain't trying to be famous. I'm just trying to get some of y'all to understand that we're screwed. We're really screwed. And nobody wants to pay attention to it. Maybe y'all will pay attention to this hole that you're falling into. Completely. Blindfold on and run into it as hard as you can go, just like these people. The Occupy Wall Street. They ran to this hole as hard as they could, screaming democracy all day long. We're not a democracy. We never have been. We're not supposed to be. That's why they call it the State of the Union Address. And I pledge allegiance to the flag. One nation under God, republic. To the republic for which it stands. You see what I'm saying? We're not a democracy. But our president has got up and said democracy how many times? And Democrats and Republicans. No offense. But they're not supposed to be no Democrats and Republicans in this country. They're supposed to be we the people. It's not a divided party system. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be united people. Not a divided that cause hatred and all kinds of different things. Like racism and all that stuff. Do you really have race in your body? Do you really have hatred in your body? Yes, you do. Everybody does. You try and you do your best not to be. But someone's going to piss you off, no matter what. And then sometimes they can't see eye to eye. And that's all good and fine too. But it's like this. When you come out and you say, I'm going to lead you into a hole, you're going to hear from me. I'm sorry for that. That's just all there is to it. And if you don't like it, that's fine too. But I'm going to tell you the truth. You're screwed. And it depends on who and what you follow. Depends on whether you're getting screwed even more. I've been screaming to y'all for months now about propaganda. It's legal to push propaganda, ain't it? Yes, it is. It's legal to put an American citizen in jail with the NDAA bill and call them a terrorist, right? There's all kinds of things that is legal to do now that ain't supposed to be, all because of corporate rules and laws. It shouldn't be nowhere near you. But yet, we are all screaming it just as hard as we can go because we ain't awake. Never gonna be. Don't look like to me. But anyway, folks, I don't hate anyone. I pretty much try to spread the love. And I also try to wake people up in any way that I can. Sometimes this is how it takes. Much love.
The answer to 1776 is to abolish the Act of 1871 for your freedom.